Master Josie Okupande Senkungo Opiyo Moses abamujjukira okubayitulira ku kibuga Kampala asambira mu kireka Corporate bali bali Opiyo Moses asambira mu kilabu ki
Opiyo Moses plays for Addis Football Club.
Addis Football Club.
Yeah, phones on Namgogo Road.
Abo bonna babadde basaale nnyo mu nteekateeka zino.
Okay, thank you so much. Opiyo Moses.
Opiyo Moses. Badi Sengo. Dr. Aloysius.
Dr. Aloysius. Dr. naye tufunayo by'omusomo gw'abaana ku byobulamu. Nakyo tupakira ekituule lumu. Otulase olugambira compensation oba abaana tebabwangule mu byobulamu. So kiri? Mwami Kibera waliwo akwasiza ekisawo n'abekalibbala tutuuse munana ng'abakyala ekali kuwemana ebyabo teryayinza tuweka transport katuzeyo Kampala nabamanyiza buli Kibera kulaba era tutomanya
basajja b'enyini baali mugamba
musajja wa Kabaka waaliseeko bupade
bebamu abagambye nti Kelvin oba otegese ate abakyala ndabye ebirabo bimugaba siritezuula kati kubulako mmega kati akantu ako akabulako balina enkola gye batikuttemu okulaba nga kawera bwegattamu ku birabo by'abakyala omwozi wa mitwalo ana ku mitwalo abiri ku mitwalo 10 ku mitwalo 5
kale kyeyanze era tikigaana bagamba emmeeme gabaye lwaki si egende nenga bamwe balinyo bamanje. Thank you so much.
Okusingira ddala leero twatambulidde nnyo okusirika tulabe oba bigenda kubanga ati abakulu bonna enteekateeka bavaawo manidaalisa tulina organizing committee omukulu John Nebisero Kabibala Katoki abo bonna abatirina okubakwasaganya ku ddata omukulu Martins kyobwebiyita aba umpires ebyo byonna bitwala ssente.
Kyeragata okwebaza n'abakyala naye bambi enteekateeka yagikoze abakyala ne bakkiriziganya olunaku balumalire eno naffe ate ne bawulayo akantu mu nsawo. Kelvin, so you're going to come here in just a minute.
Tumaliriza omutendera guno tugenda ku semi-finals. In the ladies category, the winner between Angela and the Nigel Kia, agenda kubazanya mu kisakye semi-final 1. And the winner between Nigel Victoria and Dr. Michelle, agenda kubazanya mu Shida semi-final 2. In the men's category, Kalaja Ibla, agenda kubazanya mu Kelvin Kandu ne Wagawa Rashid semi-final 1. Atesekera Ibla agenda kubazanya mu Gulu Simon Koma Azan semi-final 2. In the ladies category, tugenda kusigala ku Mukara ne mu baami tugenda kusigala ku 11.
Kelvin versus Dog City. Microphone check.
Katanda tuli mu mpaka z'ekibiina tuli kukwasa nnyo abasobodde okuba ojja olabe ebyagenda okwekika abajja omubiri olunaku olwaliro kyogerera sikuwazikukyebona papaji tezeetatyeko tutu azali tu tusalimu kompyuta tu tukibona bamukanga wamamalashi tu Kelvin Kandu from Zambia finals the end of year 2024. not. Judy omuzanyi yali muzanyi wakaba ki emizanyo final za edobuya eza PAU ezategereddwa nga nakusoboza buli musanvu buli munana wali mukasapa fooma oba kulamaba fooma kasaba kansanga.
Guys, I want to be sure that the audio is reaching you before I proceed with the stream.
Akayanja kufuta 11 omwanya munana n'ekitundu ngawamuli 10 kyattakubo yateeka omwami ndalakizeezo okukisozikomiti balikubikolako bakireeterere tunamalirako okibayirira kyamwaliawo 15 oba nigeranga ebyoluda nga tutegekanyeemu anebbiya bisatu kyawolutalo ebwire oiti kuwanira buwabiro olawula.
And guys, I am now streaming the last semi-final, the last quarterfinals of this ongoing end of year comp. We are at Kelvin Pool Arena in Masaka, in Uganda. Now on Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter Facebook, it is Hazard, Lokoma on 2 and Bola Simon 3 in rest 11. While on Peter Chave Live YouTube, it is Dog City 2 and Kelvin 0. Both matches are races to 11, and the prize for victory is a place in the semi-final. And once again, my name is Peter Chave. To present you this content is in and the video. Computer 3 and Hazard 2, Kelvin 0, Dog City 2.
Former national champion, Billy Moisatu, the champion, Billy Moina, Kelvin Christmas, Open champion, Billy Moina, Chanima Caesar, Feature Buna, Rankings, and Junagata is a end of Ya, is a reach.
I want to be specific that for the match between Dog City and Kelvin, I don't know of any history between those two players in terms of when they faced off against each other. There was a time that Dog City did play for about a year in the Zambian Pro League with Spice Polo Club, while Kelvin was a member of Sharks Polo Club. I don't remember anything of a money match between the two. And yes, now that Kelvin is in Uganda and Dog City is in Uganda, we have the two meeting up for the first time after 3 frames played. It has been Kelvin pulling one back. So it is now 2-1. Dog City still in the lead. Still 3-2. Simon leading against Hazard, and in that match that is on Facebook, Hazard won the first 2 frames and Simon won the next 3. The two have faced off, by the way. Last there was a Super 8 of only Ugandans. I remember that those two faced off in the semi-finals. A race to 11 it was, and believe you me, Hazard led 8-0. And then in the next 1 hour it was 9-9. And Hazard got to win the last 2 frames. That is why he qualified for the final of that first edition of the Super 8 comp of Uganda, the comp that was won by Caesar, who beat Hazard in the final. And guys who are watching on Facebook and YouTube respectively, I need some predictions on both of the matches, because I can see this action is going to be more tight and maybe more interesting than even the first quarterfinals. It was very good between Joseph Kasozi and Ibrahim Kayanja, also Ibrahim Sajemba versus Glorious. Those matches were won by the Ibras, who make the semi-finals, and we are waiting to see who of these 4 players will join them. It is 4 players, remember, in the semi-finals, and 2 of them are already confirmed. Is the Ibras, Kayanja and Sejemba. Jabel Kaninga thinks Dog City could win the match against Kelvin. Okay. Robson Maforimbo, Mansour did not participate in this tournament. He presented himself ready for action, but did not present himself to the table. He only presented himself at the venue yesterday And actually, in that group where he was, the beneficiary was Joseph Kasozi, because there was a big chance that he may not have made the quarterfinals, only to get walkover from beating Mansur in a match that did not happen after all. And that's how Joseph Kasozi made the quarterfinals. Long story short, Kasozi too is out of the competition, having lost that quarterfinal to Ibrahim Kayanja. Abex DJ Fire, supporting computer, watching on Facebook. Thank you and welcome to the stream. You think you will win, and you say it will be computer 11 and hazard 9. But what is happening right now is that it is computer 4 and hazard 2. I was just telling you that I think if I'm to choose the most informed player in the country right now, it will be between Kayanja Ibra and Caesar, but maybe just behind those two should be Simon Nobola, the computer. And while this year he has only won 2 comps, only 2 by the way, he's the player who has been most of the time in the prize bracket, either losing finalist or losing semi-finalist, especially those weekly comps that have been having only 4 players in the prize bracket. He has been shooting very good, but has sometimes been coming short, most of the time losing out to sometimes Caesar, sometimes Kasozi, sometimes Hazard, sometimes Odong, like that. But all of them, he has also had a fair share of times when he has been beating them. And the computer has been a top player for the last 12 years and still going very strong. Ever since winning that Kampala Open Championship of the Pool Association of Uganda in 2015, he has never ever looked back. It's now 10 years since then. There was a time when he was, in my opinion, Uganda's best player. That is between 2016 to 17. He won so many comps in that time. Also won so many money matches against the guys that were supposed to be Uganda's best battle players. That was Sula Matovu, Alfred Gumekiriza, Wanika Mansur, Turije Jonah, Amos Ndiagumana. He did beat them all, Sula Matovu, until his dominance was stopped by Wanika Mansur, who did beat him in the CAC Comp final in 2018. Since then, Wanika Mansur became more dominant than computer, and of course, since then, emerged Ibra, nowadays Caesar, and of course, Hazard. And thank you for watching. Peter Maranga from Eldoret in Kenya. But who are you supporting and who are you tipping to win the match between Dog City and Kelvin Peter? And yes, it is 3-1. Dog City is. There's a very big need for this Ugandans to beat Kelvin. I'm learning. They're not happy with how a little bit dominant he has been for the last 2 years that he has been resident in Uganda. He's not yet, by the way, but most of his performances have been very, very satisfactory. He has played 2 finals, 1 weekly cup that happened at Diplomat Billiards Cafe. He lost them both, one of them to Mafia and the other to Ibrahim Kayanja. He has also played 4 money matches and won 3 of them. The only match he lost was against Computer, a money match, the first he played. Of course, he got to win the rematch and for bigger money. He also won another very meaningful money match when he handled Cyrus Maweja with no black and beat him at his own home venue in Jinja. Thank you for watching Augustine Bokui. Flamingo Pictures, you're watching on YouTube, you think Kelvin will win. Bokamoso Fista, watching from Botswana on Facebook, Thomas Leva. You think it will be Dog City and Computer to win their matches? Maybe you are having the easier prediction where you are predicting on the guys who are leading right now. But if both of them don't, I will be screenshotting your message and then I will be posting it back. I'm kidding. Ron K. Kenny, thank you for watching from Zambia, and you're supporting Computer. As on table number 1, Hazard fouls in an attempt to win from number 7, while on table number 2, Dog City is continuing in attack and is having a 2-frame lead, 3-1 on Kelvin. And yes, it is true that yesterday after the matches in the group stages, Kelvin was ready to play a money match against any of the Ugandans that were at the venue. And that time it was Glorious, Dog City, Kasozi, Hazard, Computer, the Ibras, and yes, all of them were not ready to. So I think what we'll do, we'll request for salvatory options that can help us sensitize some of the players in way forward. Negative as a new preview, we'll take a picture as a massacre when the numbers are za nakumkuru, Mr. Nakumkuru. Nege kale is one being massacre. Ero ndako tujatsaba Kelvin tuchaziza. Tusaba wakapira ngireko kuna ngabo. How out in the Italian pool, who will be wow. Take a ticket of the say, no, now out here, get up away, who got some of each soda to compose a young pool, who are at putting a board. Remote of you, which you did, Papa, to the meeting of this master that would kill me up so easy. Kuminanta. Put the one who studied with John, that is what I was a Nikaka. Icyo kusoma drama for now. Tuweza kuona somo kucha. Thank you so much. Kucha inga size pakizo na zitika. Tuweza kuganja Biblia for you. Sorry guys watching on YouTube, there was that little network glitch where you lost the video for about 5 minutes. But I believe that now it has stabilized. I just believe so. You think Kelvin is going to win? You are watching from the Republic of Delvin. I don't know the Republic of Delvin. Frisco was asking Hazard versus Simon who is leading. You're watching on YouTube. You can follow that match on the scoreboard that is on the left. Scores for Simon are in red and scores for Hazard are in blue. It is now Kelvin 2 and Dog City 3. Harvard Mapetere is asking when will Uganda #1 play in his quarterfinals. The first quarterfinals are done. The first two quarterfinals, it was Ibrahim Kayanja and Ibrahim Sejimba who went through after beating Joseph Kasozi and Glorious respectively. The second quarterfinals are ongoing simultaneously, and you are watching Computer now taking a 6-2 lead on Hazard, while Kelvin is on 2, while Dog City is on 3. So I don't know who your #1 was, but there is one match that is being taken by one guy who is having a tall order on the other. Simon has won 6 frames in a row after going 2 frames down. Even when there was timeout, he did not want to know. He came for timing, that was Hazard, and then the computer finished off the next frame. 6-2 in the first match on table number 1, while it is 3-2 on the second table. The match between Simon and Hazard is being played at a much higher speed than the match between Dog City and Kelvin. Also factoring in that there was timeout for the match between Simon and Hazard, and that the Dog City Kelvin game has been flowing smoothly, but flowing slower. The ladies quarterfinals, Rokia Naiga is on 5 and Bosinja Angela is on 4, meaning that if Angela can win 2 straight, she can the biggest shocks of the tournament if she can upset Rokia out of the tournament. Once again, sorry for that momentary jittering of momentary buffering of the YouTube video. From where I'm watching now, it has stabilized. What has not yet stabilized is Kelvin being in the lead, because it is still 3-2 Dog City in the lead. Moses Maluza is asking which game you can watch. You say you are a Kelvin fan, but you've never watched a game between Computer and Hazard before. It is on Facebook. The page is Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter. Once again, Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter Facebook. That match is live.
Okay, tunaona katika soko kwa system hizi kumeza kwa kuanza sifanye zilete huko na kwa demoko ndio tunachotaka power katika wale 10 yanga Vicky.
There have been black balls that have been put at exactly the same time by the guys that have been failing. So it's an equalizer for Kelvin against Dog City 3-3, while Hazard pulls one back. It is 6-3 between himself. 5-4, Rukia leading against Angela, while there is a timeout in the last quarterfinal ladies action between Michelle and Vicky. And those two ladies first off in the Grand China Open ladies round of last 16. It was Vicky who won. It was the rest to 7. It ended 7-6. No, actually rest to 5. It ended 5-4. Sorry. Nonetheless, a decider. That tournament that was won by Rashida. Well, you're asking what that boy is saying. He's selling maize. Maize. And I believe that Nashvin have answered you about ladies games. 2 players are through to the semi-finals ladies category. That is Rashida and Anka Sheila. And also 2 men are through to the semi-finals men's category. That is the 2 girls, Sejemba and Kayani.
Como estamos? Até você tinha uma glorias, esperando às vezes não. Kwanza kule habari 10 kule sinakuwa yote zanelipwa alisi wale shule mwana so inaweza kazidi ulizo
banga mikuni ya kumasamu
zezo
okay ashukuri no atini ina kuko nchio
And Emege Alfred, you are very sarcastically saying that the music that is rolling should keep on in the next games if Simon is involved. You say that it helps him win because it is gospel music. I don't know if it's the gospel song of his preference, but it's some gospel songs which I also didn't know about. However, Hazard has 1-2 frames when that gospel music was playing in a row. That is after 10 frames. It is now Hazard 4 and Simon 6. While the match that is flowing a little bit slower is having 6 frames completed, and Dog City and Kelvin are currently tying 3-3. That is Eagles 3 and ATA 3. Zakini Bobby Rock, you want to swim even the ladies' games? I will, maybe one semi-final, and I think definitely the ladies' final. Hopefully there will be 2 finals at the same time in around 2, if not 3, around 2.5 hours time. Then Facebook will have 1 stream and YouTube will have another stream. For the final, definitely for the semi-final, I'll try my best to stream at least 1 ladies semi. And I want to welcome you in a very special way, a very special viewer this time. He's deciding to watch on YouTube. I know he likes YouTube so much. He spends most of his free time watching pool games on YouTube. Today, he's not a player. He is a viewer. You are welcome to the stream, Mr. Chandiga Caesar. Says Ibrahim Kayanja is on fire. I'm taking this one for a prediction from you. I think you are tipping Ibrahim Kayanja to win this competition. Yes, he's on fire. There was a discussion between guys in the comment section when he was playing, between himself and you, who has been hotter the last 1 month, and maybe you are suggesting that December was taken by Ibrahim Kayanja. Guy did play so well in the end of year comp of PAU, and also the tournament that he came second here, Christmas Cup Championship, about 2 weeks ago. And on YouTube, sometimes Kelvin has that other aspect to his game, the technical aspects. He has just demonstrated that in the match against Dog City. How is snookered, and will be wanting to find his red off the cushion. If not, most likely lose. And yes, on table number 2, the Zambian is playing well enough, at least to make me believe that he's winning frame number 7, which will be helping him gain the lead for the very first time in the match. While on table number 1, Hazard is continuing in attack, which will also help him get within 1 frame of the computer.
awangula ku Azali n'ensema computer agenda kuzannya Sejemba.
Yes, table number 2. It is now 4-3 Fikoti up. And while Kelvin has been doing relatively well, I will say that relatively very well ever since he stepped on Ugandan soil. I think he arrived on the 13th of December. 3 weeks he has been in Uganda, actually, not 2. One thing he has not done is win a comp. This one could be the 5th in which he's participating. If I'm not mistaken, the one in which he participated first was Christmas Cup Championship right here 2 weeks ago. It was won by Caesar. Fikoti didn't go past the round of last 8. A day later, he participated in a 32-man competition in Entebbe near Kampala. He lost the final to Mafia. Then there was the Pool Association of Uganda end of year comp. He reached the final and lost to Ibrahim Kayanja. And then there was the end of year comp in Jinja, Eastern Uganda. He was beaten in the first round by Habib. Here he is in the quarterfinal in the 5th competition in a row. But he has been doing even better in the on the money match stand. He has played 4 and has won 3. The only guy that has beaten him is the guy that is playing against Hazard and is leading 6-4 and finds himself now with a free shot and a visit after Hazard pots Simon's red. And Fred Mburu, stop the violence on YouTube. You say the comp is peaceful without Caesar. Stop your violence. Caesar has many more comps to play this year in this country and countries outside Uganda. In fact, he has played 5 comps in Masaka. The one where he was beaten yesterday, it was the first time ever that he was losing a competition in Masaka. He had won 4 comps in a row. I was counting about 40 matches won in Masaka without losing any until he lost to Computer yesterday. And has also played a few big money matches here and has won them all. And yet, on the table where he lost yesterday, Dog City equalizes against Kelvin. It is 4-4. Victoria Namuyanja, ladies quarterfinals, and Michelle Chemugisha are currently drawing 5-5. That means they are playing a decider. While seemingly, Rukia Naiga has joined her sister Rashida Mutesi and Anka Sheila in the ladies semi-finals. Those 3 are in the semis. They will be joined by the winner of the decider between Vicky and Michelle. And if Michelle does beat Vicky in the decider, it will be the first time she's making an open comp semi-final in quite a long while.
Ogenda ku semi-final era alindirira omuwanguzi wakati wa Kaze ne Simon ate Kayanja Ibra eyayiseewo ddala alindirira omuwanguzi wakati wa Rashid ne Kelvin.
It is now 7-4, Simon leading against Hazard. And Simon with a break good enough for him to believe that he could make it 8 by break and finish.
Maria Sache Akashila eyayiseewo atulindirira omulala agenda okwegattako wakati wa Michelle ne Vicky bali mu ttako 2 essaawa eno.
Farida Masiota, thank you for watching. Very rarely do I get viewers from Congo Democratic Republic. You are very welcome to the stream. I also want to watch some matches in Congo. I don't know whether you guys do play the sport extensively. Please tell us if you do. You are arguing that Caesar is the best in Africa. Well, what I'm sure of is that your argument is not far from the truth. Whether it is the actual truth, your guess is as good as mine is. I just want Caesar to win a few more big comps. Winning Queen Sports Club double elimination competition was a good one. Winning the Grand Michana Open this year was even better. Participating in the Heibo Masters series is even much better. On the way to being an African legend, that one I am sure. But of course, he has not been around the sport on a competitive level for a time as long as Aiden, who was a top player in 2013. And it's 11 years now running. Caesar has been a top player only for 3 years. But I don't remember any player who has achieved what Caesar has achieved in 3 years. So, if we can continue with that trajectory, you know what I'm trying to mean. Computer 8 and Hazard 4. Dog City 4, Kelvin 4. In the ladies' quarterfinals, once again, Michelle has painfully been defeated by Vicky, just as much it was in the Grand Michana Open in the decider. Vicky through to the semifinals to join the two sisters and Anka Sheila, while Michelle is out. So guys, I've been out of the arena for 5 minutes. I just found the computer has won one more frame in the match between himself and Hazard. I have also found that Kelvin has regained his lead on Dog City. I'm also realizing that the match between computer and Hazard is flowing at a much faster pace than the match between Kelvin and the Dog City. While the two of them look even the faster players. But the Simon show against Hazard is so far proving to be the reason for time saving.
Ate Motesi Rashida agenda kusanya ne Namuyanja Victoria.
So it is going to be Vicky versus Rashida in the ladies finals and ladies semi-finals, and Rukia versus Anka. I just hope that they don't bring two men's semi-finals at the same time, such that they stream one of the ladies semi-final matches. I can only stream two at a time.
Kelvin yakulembedde ate wali ku table 5 ekyali nnya ku mwenda Simon alina mwenda ate Azali alina nnya.
I can't believe my eyes. Hazard is not one guy that any player beats with such big margins. Actually, if any, he's the one who normally beats fellow big players with the big margins. But in the semi-final so far, Simon is having none of that. The guy leads 9-4, which is a 5-game cushion, and yet he seems ready to make it a 6-game cushion, and yet he gets to miss a ball. Quite unexpected, quite unpredicted, and quite promising now for Hazard to pull one back. He's supposed to be the match favorite in the game between himself and computer, but he's trading real badly and must start winning because computer needs 2, while Hazard needs the whole of 7. But as long as he rolls this black ball in, it is now 6. He needs it. Simon 9 and Hazard 5. While Dog City is now on a free shot and a visit after a foul by Kelvin, where Dog City is expected to be clearing frame number 10 to make it 5-5. So guys, for the match between Kelvin and the Dog City, Kelvin regains his lead again. The match that most of you are seeming to have most interest in, the match that is being viewed the more. But the match that has one player having a more healthy lead is the one where Simon is having a 4-0 cushion on Hazard, and again seeming to make it 5. He's one guy who knows only one way how to play. He is playing offensive pool. One route, most of the times it works out for him. Sometimes he comes too short, especially when he has been facing the likes of the last 2-3 years, Caesar and Ibra, those two players, as well as Mansour. But for this year, the last year, he has gotten 3 victories on Ibra and 1 victory on Caesar. This year he has already also got 1 victory on Caesar. And against Hazard, it is now Simon 10 and Hazard 5. 6 frames to go in the last quarter final. Hazard needs to win them all. And YouTubers, please tell me if you can hear me. There's a little bit of change of microphone. Just tell me if you can hear me. YouTubers, that is. Facebook seems to be having fine audio. Yes, you turn now that you confirm, eh? Yes, that's what I like hearing. Ladies semi-finals, Vicky versus Rashid, a good one. Rukia versus Anka, even better. I'm not sure that the men's semi-finals are confirmed, eh? So it is two Ibras that are through to the semi-finals. Whoever wins the match that is being streamed on YouTube between Kelvin and Dog City will be taking on Ibrahim Kayanja. And yes, it is a possibility of once again Kelvin and Ibrahim Kayanja. It will be a repeat of the PAU end of year competition final. And then the winner of the match between Simon, where he's against Hazard, will be taking on Ibrahim Sejemba. Maybe it will be Sejemba versus most likely Computer. But for the second semi-final, Kayanja Ibra is far from finding out who his opponent will be, because the scores between Kelvin and Dog City are too tight. And thank you for watching. Fazil Warid, you are watching on Facebook. Thank you for watching. Shaksidinho, you seem to be happy for Computer. You are already suggesting that Computer has won, eh? He has to win the ongoing frame, and then hopefully for him that will be it, making it to the semi-finals, which will be a second semi-final, I think, in the last 4 comps. The first one of the 4 being the car competition, the National Open Championship of the Polar Station of Uganda. And what a way to win your last frame of the quarterfinals. I have never seen Hazard, maybe in the last 2-3 years, being beaten as convincingly and comprehensively in a tournament quarterfinal as has Computer has outshined and outclassed him. Final result in the last quarterfinal, sorry, the third quarterfinal, has been Simon Nobola 11 and Hazard Lokoma 5. Those of you who are watching that match on Big Money Billiards Facebook, let us meet on Peter Chove Live YouTube for Kelvin versus Hazard, where it is 7-5 Kelvin leading.
Kitegeeza nno Simon offer yamuweereddwa omukungu wa Kabaka omukulu Kane Ssenkungu. Bikira yagambye abazadde babadde basatu, okwabadde Westfred, Senyenjo Glorious ne Lulwa Simon, nga be bazannyi be bawagiraga mpaka zino. N'agamba nti omu ku abo wanaawangula empaka zino ajja mwongerako $30,000 ku kibalo. Ate bwe bamukubira ku fayino ajja mwongerako $20,000. Ate bwakwata ekyokusatu $10,000 gyawongera.
Here we go. Lusaka Express 7, Kampala Express 5. and they are playing in Lusaka. Sebagala Tony is having his mind on Ibrahim Kanja, saying he's winning this one, although Ibrahim Kanja is not the guy playing right now. The guy playing right now is Kelvin, who is nowadays the new toast of Ugandan pool after moving all the way from Lusaka to Kampala via Nairobi, being resident in Uganda for the last 3 weeks, having to go through the pain of not spending Christmas with the family, but spending it in a hotel room in Kampala. He was on the way from Jinja to Masaka when we ushered in 2025, simply to have competition against Uganda's top players, to make a point for himself, to make a name for himself by demystifying the statement that Uganda is not a visitable place when you are a pool player. He has gotten himself snookered before he could play black. There was a seeming likelihood that he was going to take an 8-5 lead. Right now, frame number 13 is in favor of Dog City, unless Kelvin not only finds the black from the angle, but also puts it to the center pocket on the right of your screen. Here comes Kelvin. That's what he was trying to do. Off the cushion, finds the black, but misses. Advantage still Dog City. Now 10 times out of 10 on a normal day, Dog City will be finishing this red frame quite easily. Neurofan, you seem to insinuate that Kelvin has really beaten so many Ugandan players. Yes, he has beaten quite many, but he has not won a comp. And this one is a fifth. And depending on how good he has been playing in the money matches, it's getting too late for him to win a comp. Kelvin knows, Dog City knows, and even you who is watching online, you know that frame number 13 is going the way of the Ugandan as he gets a round of applause even before he puts the black, which will be sinking to the corner pocket on the top right. For himself, for the Ugandan fans, for the ATA, Dog City 6, Kelvin 7. Yes, lovely comment, Fred Mburu. You think with a comp one or not, Kelvin Stewart of Uganda is a success? Yes, it is, but he needs to win a comp. You know, money matches are very good for boosting confidence. They are also very good for bragging rights, and they fetch quick money, good for business. But in order to stamp your feet on the pool industry, you need to win tournaments, because in a tournament, you are a champion. In a money match, you are a winner. In a tournament, you are a champion of so many players. In a money match, you are a winner of only one player. You need to win tournaments. So Kelvin needs to win a Ugandan comp. Actually, maybe Moses Mofia could be happier than Kelvin because he has already won a weekly comp. Isaac Kebi, I'm not against Kelvin. I'm not against Kelvin. I like the guy. I like good players, but I just want him. I want you to claim most of the success that he would have gotten in Ugandan pool by winning a competition. Money matches are very good. Yes, they are good to win, but tournaments are better. And I know that he knows that. And if he had won that pool association of Uganda comp against Kayanja Ibra, even if he had lost 15 weekly comps next, that one would have done. But he came short. He also came short against Moses Mofia in a weekly comp. But he has a very good chance tonight if he can perform in this one. most especially that now some of the guys that you don't want to meet in later stages of these comps are a little bit out. Hazard is out, Caesar is out. Should he find a way of taking down Dog City, it will be Ibrahim Kayanja for him in the semi-finals. That will be a chance to pay sweet revenge for that loss in the final of the Polar Station of Uganda end of the year championship final. Neurofan, I think now you get the job, Uganda at stake. Thank you for watching. Charity Andrew. Thomas Mbeva watching from Kenya. You say the Fikoti tour is great. It is very great for African pole. Actually, these tours should really continue. I also know that Jinte is still in Kenya, and I've been getting communication from his management team that he wants Ugandans to cross over the eastern border to Kenya to go and play. But I just think that now Jinte is one and he wants to have many opponents. It should be him coming to this side than asking 3, 4, 5 guys to go to another country to play against one person. It's only fair that the one person travels and finds them. After all, it's only a night away on the bus. Kelvin finds himself completely displacing one of his yellows, putting it in between the jaws of 3 of Dog City's reds. Frame number 14, by that kind of shooting, I just have a feeling is now somehow in favor of Dog City. And he should be playing his other dead red, the one closest to your screen on the left, in space, in my opinion. Then possibly pounce once another chance is given for him to play. The shot he has just played, in my opinion, shouldn't have been the right shot. When you have a dead ball and then your opponent also has a dead ball and the rest of your balls are okay, when it's your turn to play, just free your dead ball. So the music is now too loud because I'm using a microphone that belongs to the UBC journalist John Bands Center who came to cover this event. It is filtering nothing. I'm just hoping that the music in the background is not copyrighted at all. Normally those gospel songs, sometimes they are not, but has the killer played? The question is coming in from Kim Ronald. The killer, I assume you are talking about Ibrahim Sejemba. He was the first player into the semi-finals. He's going to be taking on Kulubula Simon, the computer, in the first semi-final, which is coming maybe in next 20-30 minutes after this match is done. Then Ibrahim Kayanja will be taking on the winner of this match. That was so close to Dog City scratching. Oops, actually it is a foul. How I didn't see in the first place. A foul that will count nonetheless. A foul that maybe Kelvin is using to regain his 2-game cushion. Frame number 14 has seen a little bit of complacency and carelessness on the part of Dog City. The free shot by Kelvin is not effective enough because he doesn't have all his yellows freed totally. That yellow ball, which is right in front of Kelvin's red to that corner pocket on the top left, is, in my opinion, in one shot not portable. And it renders that free shot a little bit faulty. But Kelvin's game reading, in my opinion, is not in doubt. He has shown so many qualities of his game for the stay he has been in Uganda so far. Actually, for me, the most convincing of all victories he's gotten was that victory in a money match against Cyrus Maweja. I think exactly 2 nights ago today. Beating that guy on his own home table, which is not a very good table, where he trains and lives every day. Against his own home fans who were cheering him all night. That was a little bit special. And that decider that Kelvin won by break and finish was quite memorable. Chance has presented itself for Kelvin again to make a clearance of frame number 14. And yes, now that yellow ball has been freed by Kelvin, the one that has Dog City's red right behind at that corner pocket on the top right. And I think frame number 14 for Dog City is gone. That's the shot Kelvin was looking for. That's the shot that Dog City was trying to avoid. That's the shot that Zambia is looking for. Kelvin 8 and Dog City 6. Zambia 8, Uganda 6. Eagles 8, Upper Volta 6. And Thomas Mbeva is concerned about Dog City being too aggressive, sometimes dangerously. I think I believe you. Faye Makalazi, thank you for watching. You're asking anyone not ever to ever bet on Dog City. Why not? He's a classy player. And Namara Naris is making fun of Hazard, saying he was summarized in 30 minutes. No way. That match happened for more than an hour. Lawrence in Masaka town watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. And yet you could easily have chosen to come and watch at the venue. Yongama Dunjwa, thank you for watching, supporting Dog City. We're asking him to come on, but what an opportunity for Kelvin to win frame number 15. Very good split of the balls on the break. Very good chance to win frame number 15. Very good likelihood that it will be won by the Zambian. Nkosi Corner, Madonsela, thank you for watching. You are not happy with too many mistakes which you are calling from Dog City. Derek Maz, thank you for watching. You are supporting Kelvin. You are Team Roxbury. But Kelvin is not Team Roxbury, you guy. Kelvin is Team Eagles. That's his team in Lusaka. But there is some discussion with one of the teams in Uganda that wants to sign him for the upcoming second round of the pool league. It is still a discussion and nothing is conclusive. If it does happen, what Kelvin will need is to extend his visa, which I know will be granted. Then he will stay around for some time. He came here together with Mafia to compete, and competition is what they are getting exactly. He gets himself partially snookered. He's in trouble. and is doing somewhat of a spin, curving white ball round the Dog City's yellow. That was beautiful and yet unlucky. He once again gets himself snookered. He cannot see the black ball in full. Maybe he will need the same skill, if not better, simply to have a chance of finding the black. Should be the first time this one that these two players are facing off against each other. But I will not be surprised if Dog City's management team, the ATA, does suggest a match between the two, a money match in the near future. Good for Kelvin that he was able to find the black from the angle, but wasn't able to put it. Given the position of Dog City's yellows, I doubt whether he's in position to make a clearance. Nonetheless possible. He knows one way how to play Dog City, one of the most offensive-minded players, in my opinion, that we have around in this region. It's now 4 yellows for Dog City. Only one of them is dead, the one near that cushion on the right, and I believe that he will be playing it right. Sorry, he will be playing it last if he gets to pot the other yellows, the 3 of them, because that the dead one, if he puts it to the corner pocket on the top right, gets him natural angle for the black. So naturally it's the ball that is supposed to be played last. Here, white management has to be on point because he has support, but also find good white for the last yellow. And this is the white I'm talking about. Big skill, this one, from a big player against another big player in a big match at a big stage. We will need another big shot or two. The table is Super League quality. Playing balls against the cushion, riding them to the corner pocket is not always a very big problem as long as the player is on target, which is what exactly is happening here. Dog City is stealing frame number 15 away from Kelvin, who became a little bit complacent in his attacking play and will be paying the price for the frame. Oops. I did not see that coming at all. I had actually called the frame to be won by Dog City. He can still win it, but what had just happened, I didn't see that coming. Potting that black ball was way easier than the yellow ball that he potted momentarily before. Dog City has a chance to right the wrongs that have been done by Dog City. Kelvin has a chance to right the wrongs that have been done by Dog City, and he does it better. Exceptional, clinical, and accurate. Kelvin 9 and Dog City 6. BMK is asking if Kelvin has a sponsor or is sponsoring himself. You have $50 to donate to him. You want the link? Okay, I'm going to pin my own number. If you send it to me, then I will be giving it to him immediately. It is sendable on phone, even from a foreign country. So BMK Gift, I've in the comment section put my own phone number where you can send the $50, which I'll be giving to Kelvin when you send it, and I'll be asking him to maybe engage you to say thanks if you send it. It has been sent by the contact, by the message that has been in the name Break and Finish Live, the page that is logged in as we watch this one. He's won a lot of admiration by Ugandan players and fans and managers respectively, Kelvin. Actually, every time someone says let's play a money match, no, every time Kelvin asks someone to play a money match, they tell him, I want to play with the Mafia first, then play with you last. That's how much he's respected. I don't know what he's contemplating here. Maybe his aim was to find white ball for that yellow ball which is near the right center pocket. Again, he gets himself snookered. I doubt he can see any of his yellows clearly. That was so close to a beautiful opening shot, game opening shot, but maybe came a little bit too short. Has chance once again to recover. As long as he can see the one near the center pocket on the right, yes, he can recover. Maybe he wants to spin the white ball backwards. Yes, he does. And probably this one will do because he has relatively good sight over that yellow ball to direct it only to one corner pocket, the one closest to the bottom of your screen. And he is on target. The guidance of the white ball is even better. This one is one of the better finished frames of this match from the Zambian who is taking Ugandan pool by storm. Kelvin 10 and the Dog City 6. And Kelvin is a top player. What Kelvin is hoping for is a big break here. Have a good split of the balls, have one ball potted, which ball must not be the white ball, and hopefully make a clearance that will shoot him through to the semi-finals, which clearance will shoot Dog City out of the competition. This is the shot. Big break it is. And pots 2 yellows, and unfortunately the white ball. Advantage Dog City. There's only one way that Dog City can respond to that scratch on the break by Kelvin, by finishing the easiest yellow frame that he can finish. He has to be spot on the white ball. Dog City. Black to the corner pocket. Actually to the center pocket. That was beautiful. There was no better way. Maybe there was no other way. But by finishing frame number 17, after a scratch on the break by Dog City, it's now by Kelvin. It's Dog City now on 7 and Kelvin 10. 4 frames to go. Dog City still needs them all. There's one time that I know that Dog City made a very big comeback. It was a money match against Tanzania's Saif Hamad. It was at Addis Sport in Kampala. If I'm not mistaken, Dog City needed win. He needed to win, I think, 6 of the last 7 frames, and did exactly that. But this time, he fouls on the break as one of the Reds jumps off the table from Dog City's shot, from Dog City's break shot. He can only pray that something gets terribly wrong with Kelvin's attacking play. Otherwise, it is likely that Dog City's participation in this competition is probably done.
N'abakyala bagenda kuzanya best of 11 asooka ku kebezi mukaaga ku mutendera gwe tuliko oba bwe tugenda okuddako ku semi finals.
Pius Mugaga, you are bringing in issues of Pilani. Pilani Mazambani is the player that Dog City beats the most from South Africa. Pilani has been beaten by Dog City 4 times in 4 money matches. Pilani, if you are watching, you need to give up with this guy. He can even beat you maybe from his sleep. Pilani is my friend. I'm kidding, by the way. BMK Gift, you asking if I talked about Kelvin extending his visa. No, Uganda is visa free for Zambians, but you come in and you set the reasons, then they give you an amount of time which can be 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So he was given 3 months. And if he's to stay here for the end of the current going league, then he may need to stay for about 4 months. So he has to go to immigration and extend his stay for another month. That is something that is not so difficult to do. Yeah. And it will be given if he applies anyway. But another thing that will be given is a spot in the semi-finals if he finishes this ongoing yellow frame. It is also a thing that is most probably knocking Dog City in the competition. Being beaten by a Zambian on Ugandan soil will be a little bit painful for Dog City, a little bit celebratory for Kelvin's fans who are watching from Lusaka and Ndola and the Copper Belt region and everywhere in between. The Zambian taking the Ugandan out, attempting to reach a 3rd semi-final of a Ugandan competition out of 5 in which he has been participating, needing to put that yellow to the diagonal corner pocket on the top left of your screen with top white. Actually draws it just slightly backwards. We will need probably to draw the white ball a little bit backwards again to around the midpoint of the table, but on the right, because he wants to put the black ball to the corner pocket on the top right. He doesn't need to draw it backwards. Plays top spin, white ball follows the yellow, bounces off 2 cushions to have an almost perfect white ball for the black, which will be potted as long as he's accurate to the corner pocket on the top right. There goes Kelvin, there goes the Zambian to the semi-final. He's congratulated by Dog City in a match where Kelvin has gotten himself to the semi-finals, and yes, already in the money, looking to win a comp in Uganda for the very first time. Final scores: Kelvin Nkando 11, Rashid Wagaba 7. It's going to be Kelvin versus Kayanja Ibra again. That one is unmissable. See you shortly.